Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Some people love them, some hate them. What's your reaction to New Year's resolutions? Let's talk about it.
This is a good topic. Not that I'm ready for it, though.
So you hate them?
No,
dislike them?
I think it's important. But I will say, like, this show always helps me think about it. But I think I've always set New Year's resolutions. Not always kept them.
Okay.
But I've always set them.
I think that I shy away from it because it's setting myself up for failure.
Oh,
like that's the way I feel like. Like I go into it intentionally, like, okay, I'm gonna try and do this more or whatever.
Okay.
But I try and like, can't you just tame yourself? You know, take it easy, not too many.
No, not
I think that's probably the better word, is to be intentional and maybe set goals rather than New Year's resolutions. Maybe it's easier to be in that mindset.
Yeah.
And with you, if you set out to do something,
I do it.
You're diehard.
Yeah.
Like when you
So when
did
I
the
vocalize
photo,
it, then I have to.
Yeah, when you did the photo a day, you were like diehard, and you
start
did
that
it
again.
I know, people have asked for it.
You took a year off. I think it's only right that you do it again.
It's so consuming, guys.
I know.
But maybe.
I know producer Pete was, I was just
clapping.
asking him today, Pete, are you going to do it again? My fans won't let me quit, he said.
I need to just be more lighthearted about it and not let it stress me, maybe. It was like the
maybe
words
literally
because it
just-
became like the journal for
Maybe
me.
that's
Yeah.
a goal, to be less stressed.
Yeah.
About
Only
it.
one word.
Only one word.
That would get it done fast.
One picture.
One picture with one word.
Yes. Ooh.
So I think it was, this is how bad I am, because
Okay.
I can't even remember. Now, I can't even remember if it was last year or the year before we had picked words.
Yes.
So I remember my word, but I can't remember if it was last year or the year before.
And I think I chose the same word 2 years in a row.
I almost feel like I did,
Let's
or
see
they
if
were
I
very,
have it.
very close. So my word was present, and it was to be more present.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think I have done better, but I don't know that it has been so at the forefront.
Yeah. Mine was intentional. This was helpful for me. I had you know when you can say, hey Siri, remind me at 7 a.m. So every day I wake up like 6:30 and I go into the living room and do my reading and the news and whatever to prep me for the day before I work out. And at 7 a.m. a little reminder would come up, ask the Lord what he needs from you today. Every single
Oh,
day
that's
this
a
year.
great idea.
I think it was because
I
now
really
that I'm
like
saying
that.
this out loud, it was because someone in our ward said it in Sacrament, Shepherd.
Oh, yeah,
And
to
so,
do it.
To ask him. And so every day it was just like, and it didn't have to be long, just touch base, like, what am I needed?
But I love the fact that you
today.
put a reminder in,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I think that our lives get so busy that we do. We've either got to write it down or have it just present
Yes.
there.
So it was a daily reminder. So just this week, I'm like, I need to take that reminder off. Because I also think after 1 year, it can start just getting like
Mundane.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to think of something new. But I like having a reminder in
question.
my phone.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What do you think has shifted in the last 2 to 3 years, even 5 years? I mean, it used to be, I'm gonna lose weight. Like you used to hear that. So that used to be so commonplace. And I think people probably still, maybe have those intentions of would maybe want to lose weight. But now maybe it's more intentional to, I want to get more healthy.
Yeah.
Or
I think a lot of it's more mental health.
Yeah.
do you think that's what it is? That there's
One of
been,
them
do you
is-
think there's
Yeah.
been a shift?
I think so. Now that you're like articulating it all, I think mental health is definitely one.
I think mental health is definitely more at the forefront. And I think even having been even in the COVID mindset, I think there's even going to be another shift again, because now kind of coming out of hibernation, like people have, even for me, I think there's even like there's new intentions. Like what do I want from myself? Or,
Yeah.
and I think it even changes as you grow in years. Like,
absolutely.
Like, what can I do in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? And your bucket list changes. Or my children are only going to be here this many years. Or, the financial goals, the health goals, all those things change. So it's
And
not
I
even...
think seasons of life definitely you're wanting different things. But I do think, like with the COVID mindset, like I think it did change a lot of people. Some people were wanting more or less, or it really, like just in the workplace alone, people that I've talked to, a lot of changeover and wanting to switch up careers or do something
absolutely
different.
Yeah.
Or knowing that they can, or life is short or maybe shorter, and so I should do. But I also think with inflation and different things that's going on in our world, I wonder how that will play into effect this next year as well. I've heard a lot of talk about that. I listen to talk radio all the time and some news, and that's kind of been the topic of conversation moving forward, especially in Utah. Like they were saying how the housing market has just like summited to a place, but they still feel like it could go a little bit. But then what will it do to our interest rates? Because we've got to level this out somewhere along the way too. So I don't know. That's interesting to me.
Well, even travel goals. I mean, it's not what it once was either. And you can't really just go by the seat of your pants anymore.
No.
It's made it harder.
It's definitely made it harder. I mean, I know Keith and I were even talking about, hey, maybe we just take the kids to Disneyland for Christmas. Guess what? You can't just take the kids to Disneyland
gotta reserve
for Christmas.
a day.
You have to reserve in advance. And it's all very much planning.
And if you leave the country, what if you got
Coming
a
back,
positive test
absolutely.
and then you're there for another 10 days? Is that feasible in your life? Like if you left the kids for a week to go somewhere and then came back with a
Especially out of-
positive test, are you okay to leave the kids another 10 days?
And if you do any research on maybe a pandemic, this will probably span over 4 years. So we're looking, probably another 2 years until this completely runs
I
its
think that
course.
New York has just placed a mandate where they have to be vaccinated in order to be in the workplace. So
Yeah, if
just
you're over
wondering how
100
that
people.
fizzles
Yeah.
out through the rest of our world.
Wow.
What a different.
It is different.
It has changed. I feel like COVID has changed our world for forever in a certain direction.
Yes. And we probably still can't even fathom the ramifications.
No, like the mental health and different
Right.
things, not just the travel and the COVID and the vaccines.
Well, and even mentally, like some people don't do so well without people.
Yes.
So there's so many different elements,
Yeah.
and even in the school environment, like how it's changed, how behavior has affected.
It's very interesting. Let me ask you these 3 things. These are some questions I saw today. Questions to ask yourself before 2021 is over. What do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to keep doing? And I like the third one. What do I need to keep doing? Like, we're already
doing something.
Yeah,
Right.
What am I already doing good? And then what should I stop doing? What should I start doing? Like if those were your New Year's resolutions.
I'd like that.
Kind of easy, huh?
Yeah.
And then I always love this. What's one small thing I can do to get 1% better every day? Because if you just do
That much,
1%, but you really worked in the same area, imagine next year if we were sitting at this table and you really focused on 1% of something.
You need to send that to us, Stace, that
Yep.
whole little thing.
So stop, start, and keep doing.
Yeah.
And then improve yourself by 1%. I think that's fantastic.
Doable?
Yep.
At least it sure looks doable right here,
And
right
I'll
now.
think about doing a post a day. It's just a lot of commitment, people.
I know it is.
It is.
Good luck, Ange.
Maybe a private account.
Under commit.
Yeah.
Coming up next, need a little help with your look? Stay with us for more.